All right, let's get cracking. G'day, folks. It is Coach here. I hope you are doing well. It is Thursday here in Australia land. It's my lunch break, and it's a pleasure to be getting ready for the Warhammer previews. So it's Adepticon, which is one of the world's biggest conventions. Certainly, I had the pleasure of going a couple of years ago, and normally they do a pretty big reveal. Obviously, COVID has stopped Adepticon for the last couple of years. So we are going to be watching the stream live in real time. So let's check the tapes. Indeed, we are T-minus 15 minutes before Games Workshop is due to go live. So today, if you haven't joined this stream before, basically this is an opportunity to not only watch the stream, but also talk about it. So Games Workshop traditionally will have some people like Fluff on, and they'll talk about each of the reveals that we're expected to see. I think they happen like every 10 to 15 minutes. Apologies if you see my door knocking. My dog decided he wants to hang out. My wife's not home, but we're going to talk about the reveals. We're going to see what is coming out. We know Age of Sigmar is going to be revealed in some capacity. What is it going to be? I don't know. Actually, I might know that. That's partially a lie. I may have been sent something. Maybe. Don't know. We don't know what's coming. We don't know. It could be anything. It could be a new army. It could be a box. It could be anything. It could be a box. So in the meantime, I'd be curious to hear what you all think is coming, what you'd like revealed. And we do have a hobby bingo as well. We've been kind of following along. So if we check the tapes to see what was expected last time, we did see Nighthaunt revealed. We did see Fireslayers revealed. We've got Daughters of Cain and also Ideneth Deepkin. So we've had a couple of reveals so far, but what's probably not familiar to us just yet is we have two mysterious battle tomes to be released. So what those mysterious battle tomes are going to be, and what are they going to be, and who are they? The rumor mill would suggest Sylvaneth and Skaven, if you are following the rumor mill. Some people predicting Seraphon, some people hoping that maybe like Gloomspite Gitz decides to become an order faction just to get a little bit of love. But as I go through the chat, let me have a look. G'day to everyone, by the way. Nico hoping we get 2 wound Chaos Marines. I think that's definitely been something that y'all have been crying about, especially with Primaris Marines having 2 wounds. So let's see if your Chaos Marines get you 2 wounds. Dylan hoping to see more Skaven before the Chaos Space Marines. Look, I'd be curious to see who these 2 mysterious factions are and what the next battle plan and what the next realm is. Will Sylvaneth be all about with Nurgle's rise? Will it something happen to do with the realm of life? Will it lead to Plague Monks and the Clan Pestilence? Could it be something completely different? Maybe it's a Seraphon coming to help. Maybe the Dawnbringer Crusades come. Who knows? But Dylan is super curious, hoping we get the Skaven. What else have we got? So Dylan is painting some KO. That could be an update. Maybe we'll see Courage and Overlords updated. They certainly would like some assistance. Bruce hoping for some juicy reveals. Much love, Bruce. Thank you. It is indeed T-minus 15 or 10 minutes now, about a little bit over 10 minutes. So I've got it on the screen on the side. So I'm just going to keep an eye out, and we'll see how things go. I might actually just quickly, they've got some put on the big screen there too. So I'll keep an eye out. It's on my screen. We'll chat a little bit, and as they get a little bit closer, we'll bring it up. So we'll watch it. So what we'll do is we'll watch, then we can chat. Feel free to use the chat. Let me know what you think. Do you like something? Do you not like something? Are you expecting something? What is it exactly you're after? G'day, Bryant. It's good to see you all. I do follow Casey Tron. I think she's hilarious. I actually think she's hilarious. She is a crazy cracker. I love it. And she's always streaming when I'm like messing around on Twitch. So kudos to Casey Tron. No, not Warhammer related. She's just hilarious. Yeah, big reveal. Big reveal potentially is going to be what Horus Heresy is going to look like. I'm certainly no 30K fan, but a lot of people are predicting this could be the big reveal of Adepticon leading into the next edition of Horus Heresy. We know Games Workshop will have a big product launch at the start of every financial year, and their financial year ends May, which means early June is normally they want to kick off the stock market with a bang. 2 years ago, we had the 40K 9th edition. Last year, we had Age of Sigmar Dominion. This year, question mark. This would be when Lord of the Rings, it would be when Total War, not Total Warhammer, the Old World, Necromunda, these types of big product releases would normally happen. But it seems like Horus Heresy could be the new product this time. G'day, Arkan. Good to see you there. I can't show you the pupper because he's behind me. It means moving the webcam. But there's a good chance that he might come and sit next to my microphone and start snoring. So you can tell me if he starts snoring. Is it Skaven? Look, I don't know. What's happened? Damn Skaven. Hashtag fail there. Are we good now? Apologies if we are. We should be good. So I'm going to fix up the stream. Apologies if I was indeed censored. Cool, we're good. Thanks, Kragnos. So we're back. We're all good, and let's talk some smack. We've got T-8 minutes before the stream. Of course, that's where my GeForce driver decided to tell me that we need to update. But cool. All right, we're good. So, what is it you're all expecting? I showed a little bit earlier the bingo card, which would be this. Let's move that comment. Seeing a whole bunch of people. The Ratitude did in, yeah, absolutely. All right, we're good to go. This is what we strived for last time. We had a couple of updates, and I think the question is going to be, what is it that we are going to get? So lots of good ideas. All right, cool. So let me just close this off for a sec. Let's reset after that horrible hashtag fail that was technology. But in the meantime, tell me what you are hoping to see from the stream. What is it you want to see from Games Workshop? Cool. And they've got their stream up. I'll just quickly just unmute them. If there's any music. No music yet. We're all good to go. So they'll kick off in about 7 minutes, and we will start seeing reveals. And if you haven't seen the schedule in no particular order, we will see Warhammer 40K, we'll see Necromunda, we'll see Warhammer Underworlds, Harrowdeep, we'll see Age of Sigmar, we'll see Horus Heresy, and we will see some Blood Bowl. So what those were going to be, who knows? Let's check the tapes. What do we have here? Let's see some anti-shooting realm rules. Would that be Ulgu? Maybe we can get some darkness going on. 12-inch threat range. That would be a bit awkward for our shooters. Although some of you would appreciate. Will we see General's Handbook 2022? Really good question. Really good question. I think a lot of us would like to see the General's Handbook 2022 and what realm we're going to play in and what the battle plaque might be. I'm going to say you're missing Skaven on the bingo. Yeah, absolutely. Yes. Will we see Skaven and will they get updates? You know, if it is Skaven, is it just going to be a book and a hero in a box set? Will we see updated Scryer Acolytes? I'm sure there's a lot of models, even like your Monkey Hand Rat Ninja. Is it Clan Molder? No, the Eshin. There's a lot of Skaven models that need an update. Can you shake the box at least once in stream? I don't have a box. I have stuff, but I have a box. So it arrived on my door literally like 30 minutes ago. So who knows what it could be? Necromunda and Warcry. Yeah, look, I love Necromunda. I've got some old gangs. People hoping for the anti-shooting. Poor old... Maybe it's an anti-shooting book comes out and Kharadron Overlords is the mystery order book. I'm sure they would really appreciate that. Can you put a box and then shake it? I think after the technology fail we just had, I'm not shaking anything right now. What else are you thinking? Grumdy would be awesome. Absolutely. Just want to make sure. Yes, Mr. Pig, indeed, we'll be bringing up the mainstream. So what we'll be doing is there's also a lot of like chaff and a lot of things that they talk about. Normally what happens is there is a preview, then they talk for like 5 to 10 minutes and they'll update Warcom. Then they'll do another preview, rinse and repeat. So what we will do in this stream here is we will watch the Adepticon stream. I'll keep an eye out. I'll bring on screen the reveal. And then in the meantime, we can bring up Warcom and we can look at any of the miniatures and spin them around or whatever the releases are. And you can tell me, do you like it? Is it what you're expecting? Let's unpack what we see. But it seems like Horus Heresy could be the big reveal. I'm personally not expecting too many big Age of Sigmar reveals. Maybe there's more to the Nighthaunt and the Daughters of Cain releases that we don't quite know yet. Don't go rage in my comments about the force to hit, force to wound crossbows. We don't know the whole war scroll, so I'm not going to jump up and down just yet. But if that's the profile, I'm pretty disappointed that Spooky Ghosts are hitting on 4s, wounding on 4s, rend 1 for 1 damage at 12-inch. Yeah, bit of a shocker. Yeah, old Nurglings in the chat. Yeah, that's very good. You know, like, is there going to be more Nighthaunt stuff in there? You know, who knows? Maybe there'll be stuff going on. Yes. All right. I think I've caught up with chat. What else have we got? So excited. People are excited. People are raging. Yes, Nighthaunt rage. Kind of annoying a little bit. I think people are expecting the crossbows to do more than what they're doing at the moment. So let's see that. But hey, you also might think that it's probably good that they are not super powerful and we got, you know, Sentinels in Nighthaunt. But looks like overall people mixed feeling. Is that perfect? I clearly don't dye my beard. I clearly don't. If I did, I wouldn't be having all these grays. So, or blacks. Like, nah. All right. Let me just see if there's any music on. All right. Can everyone in chat just let me know if they can hear the background music now? And feel free to answer the question as well. But can everyone hear the audio that is playing? It should be like a bit of a background tune. No, you can't. Let me just stop sharing. Let me reshare for a sec. Quiet. Okay. Let me just quickly see if I can. Can you hear it now? Can you hear that now? All right, I'll turn it up to full. It's only a faint sound, by the way, folks. Okay, it's only a faint sound. So when we actually get the presenters on, we should actually get the proper audio. So as long as you can hear it, that's the main thing. Twitch is on full. It's on complete full, so you'll see. It's just a faint sound, but cool. Let's go. Yeah, so they should kick off any minute now. I'd be curious to see what should you be hearing. You hear static. You should hear just a small faint. Look, you should hear some small faint noises at the moment, which just means that as soon as the talkers, I think Adam Troke and maybe Eddie Eccles might be doing this. Poor people waking up at like 2 o'clock in the morning to do the stream. So good to go as soon as they are ready. All right, come on, Adepticon. By the way, this is a real life stream as well. So they will be doing it either in real life and at the same time simultaneously. It's 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning for them. All right. No sound. Is everyone else? Just quick. I was quickly. All right. Everyone's not hearing it. All right. Cool. Can you hear it now?
To make sure that it all goes splendidly.
Yeah, but you've got us, I'm afraid. So I'm Wade. This is Adam. Hello. You're well met. Very welcome for this Warhammer preview online, not from Adepticon, but picking up, following on from the great preview that's been held at Adepticon, and lots of exciting stuff.
Yes, everyone can hear it now. Perfect. All right, we're still good. The audio is as loud as I can possibly be from Twitch.
May vary.
And cool. As this is a Warhammer preview online, before we get around to one of your favourite introductions, checking in, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. First of all, thanks in advance to Raph. Raph's in the corner.
Cool. All right, give the thumbs up. All right, I'm gonna dull this down a little bit. So they're going to talk a little bit and just rile up. But basically, what will happen is there'll be reviews that'll go for about 3 to 5 minutes. They'll show off a little model. They'll talk about it. There's, as I've mentioned, Warhammer 40k, Necromunda, Underworld's Harrow Deep, Age of Sigmar, Horus Heresy, and Blood Bowl in no particular order. So they will shuffle that as they will. They'll show off some models. They'll show off some kits, maybe a box set, maybe a book. Who knows what they're going to go for? How long does it go for? Usually anywhere between 60 minutes to 90 minutes. But given that these poor bastards, it is now like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning for them in the UK. They will want to finish up as soon as possible.
Wisconsin, that's somewhere in America.
Cool. All right. They're just giving shout outs to people in the Twitch chat. So yeah, it's about 2 o'clock in the morning for them. So I think they'll probably want to power through this as quick as possible. And potentially the reveals have just finished or they're happening simultaneously. If I just quickly look at the time difference. So cool. So I think it's kind of happening right now. So imagine about 90 minutes. So I imagine every 10 minutes they will, they have the bit. Yeah, Melody, they have a good job, but waking up at 2 o'clock in the morning is not that much fun. There you go. They've just confirmed it's going to be an hour.
For a minute, and then what we have is a series of awesome previews, many of which come complete with a fancy video, and we're going to go through them all and then tell you the lowdown on all these awesome things.
Yeah, absolutely. So we missed you at the last one.
All right. So while they talk, let me know in the comment section, what do you think the first thing they're going to show off is going to be? At least now the audio is fixed, so I can now jump around. What time is it for me? It is only 1 p.m. So I'm actually pretty good at the moment. So I'm taking a small break from lunch and from work. We can do this broadcast stream. We can see all the sexy reveals in real time and curious to see what they show off, especially for Age of Sigmar. Will it be the 2 new battle tomes? Will it be General's Handbook?
His name is Dane, and he's like the
Will it be the two new battle tomes, that the mystery battle tomes?
Let's talk about the miniatures people are excited about. We've revealed some of the things that we're going to be talking about: Warhammer 40,000, Warhammer Age of Sigmar, Necromunda, Warhammer Underworlds, the Horus Heresy.
All right, Melody thinks it could be 40k Knights. We're seeing 40k Knights. Curious to see what Underworlds is going to show off. Very curious to see what that's going to be, especially like last time they showed like the Buccaneers and a Frankenstein. I want Cities of Sigmar. Why has Cities of Sigmar not got a warband just yet? So I can only hope they're kind of holding off to the Dawnbringer Crusades. But look, could be a new box set. Skaven versus Lumineth. Yeah, look, is it going to be like Lumineth version 7? Will Tyrion finally arrive? Much love to everyone in the chat. Where are you coming from? I can see people. Is there going to be loads of candles? Well, if it is going to be candles, we do have them on the bingo sheet, so you can see the continuous bingo sheet. We do have AOS candles. We do have Kernothi. If it is a Sylvaneth book, will we see an expansion into the Kernothi? Will Alariel make peace with the Wanderers, and will it be a new Cities battle tome? I wish. I'm just going to bring up the comments for a sec. I'm seeing a lot of cool comments. I wish it would be Old World. I think maybe you'll see this kind of happen as the Dawnbringer Crusades get closer, and maybe you'll see some of the older sculpts kind of like fade away into Total War. I get the chat waiting for people. Yeah, just crack on. Everyone's sitting. Yeah, shout out to all you people waking up at like 2 o'clock in the morning. It's nice to be the person at the normal side for once. Normally it's me waking up at 2 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, absolutely. I can see the Empire models moving kind of towards the Old World when it's eventually re-released and released. And yeah. Tyrion model. Yeah, I think Tyrion's probably, I don't know, maybe Tyrion's about a year or two away, if I was making a rough guess. New Slaves battle tome. Interesting. Didn't you get a White Dwarf supplement recently? It seems like that normally is like a indication that it's not coming just yet. Melody, Dawnbringer Crusades. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see it's like Cities of Sigmar, right? Like Stormcast, where you go, if you go Signs of the Storm, you get one set of rules, and then if you get the Stormkeep, maybe it's going to be like that. Maybe you have like the offensive cities, and then you got the defensive cities. I'm not sure. People coming in from Iowa, New York, Central, which is, are we going to get a complete revamp of Skaven? I'd like to see that. I'd like to see actually new models as well. I think when they do Skaven, I'd like to see them done properly. Yeah, the poor old Chaos Marauders, the legacy of fantasy battles. One of the few goofy 6th edition models. New Flesh Eater Courts. I think Beasts of Chaos is a bit of a stretch now. And I think Beasts of Chaos players who got their White Dwarf issue might be happy with the rules. You don't want them to be touched for a while. Tyrion is crippled. Yeah, I think there's a whole bunch of new Valkyr model is what I would love to see. Give me new Valkyr. There's a lot of cool things we could possibly doing. Yeah, Math, I agree. I think the likelihood is going to be a Skaven versus Sylvaneth box. That is probably what if I was going to put my money down, yeah, I'd be putting it down there. More dragons. Hey, look, there is a rumor that there is an upgrade sprue coming for the dragons that would turn the Knight Draconis into a wizard or a priest. So maybe more dragons are coming. Maybe Krondus and Karazai have a brother that we don't know about just yet. All right, so they've just said they're about 1.5 minutes out. So I'll quickly go through the chat, and I will go to the sound in a second. How old are the Seraphon models? They are old, but a lot of them got updated in 8th edition, while Skaven does still have some old ones. Cool. Okay, I'm going to stop the chat. I'm just going to bring up the audio.
Should we just get into it?
Right. Let's get into it.
On the first video.
Good. All right, what is it? So what do we think? So we got Necromunda.
Nice,
I'll
that is
just
very exciting.
keep that
Yeah,
slow
absolutely.
down. So indeed, it is the Necromunda release, and it does feel like Mad Max meets Necromunda. Almost, I don't know if you're old enough to remember the old Gorka Morka, which was a game. It does feed to me shades of Gorka Morka. Just drop. So we're seeing a whole bunch of Ash Waste models. What do we think? Do we like it? Yeah, I noticed the Orlocks as well, Melody. Not that I'm a big Necromunda player, but I noticed there was not just these Wasteland people, but also there was the Orlocks. So I wonder what they're also going to do. People like them shiny and chrome. That probably was the thing that kind of drew me the most. So, the giant sand fleas. Those bug creatures look pretty cool and definitely could be AOS converted pretty easily, especially for anyone who wants like a unique mount for whatever it might be. Yeah, I think they're pretty cool. They might be a bit too technology focused, these particular models, to be kit bashed from AOS, but I do like them. I like them actually a fair bit. And I like the idea of using. I do like them using because Necromunda has always been around just inside of the actual Necromunda towers. The inspired from, was it Hong Kong? There was those like slum kind of like wasteland kind of areas, but this feels to me that outside world, which is the Gorka Morka side. So for me, dig it. Silent people, yeah, no, not quite the silent people there as the weekly. Bugs, definitely cool. Necromunda getting some love. Yeah, I think generally everyone knew. All right. Right. It's an enormous box, they say. An enormous box. What else do people think? Have you missed AOS? No, that was the first. That was the first of the reveals, which was Necromunda. So we've got Necromunda done. We're going to have 40k AOS, Horus Heresy, Blood Bowl, Harrow Deep left. So we got 5 more releases. So we just started. Yeah, look, I really like Necromunda as a game. I've actually got a whole bunch of old kits from the 90s. So this to me is like, this is great. Big screen that.
So they're described as macro insects.
They're described as macro insects.
But yeah, they're just enormous irradiated bugs because walking around millions upon millions of square kilometers of irradiated poisonous desert full of chemicals and.
All right, so it's poisonous chemicals in the desert, blah blah blah. Sweet models, really cool models. I dig that. Do that to the Gloomspite kits, and you've got yourself a winner there. To me, so Necromunda was first. The Angler, I'm not going to repeat that. I'm curious. Was there terrain? Did they actually show off any terrain? That would be. I'm always digging new terrain. Like the what else we got? That's cool. I think that again, that's kind of what reminds me of Gorka Morka. The quad bikes and the little trucks and people jumping off and kit bashing them. Bring that type of stuff back. Yeah, I really like it. Could you see it as a Sigma of that? Maybe if you wanted to like Shimon, probably not. It's a bit too much of a stretch, but you do you. They do look cool. The fleas, the creatures are very cool. I will say that. Overall, what do we stand? Do we like it? Do we not like it? I think generally we're okay, but we just want them to shut up and show us AOS, right? We're all impatient. So, well, if I occasionally pause, I'm just listening out to make sure I'm not missing anything. Yeah, they're cool models. I like them. Box set, as always. I'm curious to see if they're going to release any more insects things. But overall, I really like it. Will there be new corn? If there's going to be new corn, I hope Valkyrie comes with it. Give me an updated Valkyrie model. Coach never believes me when I say he has female fan energy. Move along. I did get a haircut yesterday for you all, so even with the beard trimmed a little bit, so it's less all crazy. Yeah, we all like it. All right, cool. Let's move along. And I'm going to just quickly see if there's a Warcom article. So sometimes they'll update the blog, and just quickly see, have they updated the blog at all? Not yet. Cool. Cool. Alrighty. So we like it. We like it a lot. What are the odds of a mischievous? Oh, there we go. There's the terrain. There we go. Let's big screen this terrain. I'm a man who loves terrain. Okay. Okay, I like it. I like it a lot. Lets me play on the bottom, lets me play on the top. Might be a bit hard to build multiple levels, but that's probably enough dynamics for anyone who wants to play that. But that's kind of cool. I dig that. I dig that a fair bit. Melody is going to buy the box. Yeah, I could see that. Give me Skaven. Yeah. All right. I love Skaven fans. I think you're all. I hope that Chaos Book is the Skaven. I feel sorry. What would you kit bash AOS to riding the fleas? I guess depending on what army you're in, like depending on if we're playing in the realm of Gur, maybe it's, I don't know, Demigriff Riders, for example. What else? What else could it be? Maybe it is your kit. I mean, it's hard to see without seeing the scale and what base sizes they're on. Maybe they're your alternative, Stormcast Dragons. It could be. What else rides? I don't know. If it's a smaller base, you could be doing like their squig hoppers. Like there's anything that's got a mount on it. I guess it depends on the base size and how big the model is, because you want to obviously accurately represent. But there's kit bash potential in there. Are they going to be plastic or fine cast? Necromunda is plastic, so there was no indication there that was coming from Forge World. So Khorne had a Celestial Tome. I don't know if that's a joke or not. They actually got it this month, although the rules were pretty bare basic. I'll have a video up soon. It was a bit of a struggle. You really didn't get a lot, to be honest. Yeah, it was not very valuable. I'm sorry, Khorne players. No, Chewin, you didn't. No, we've only had one reveal so far, and that is the Necromunda reveal. So they've just shown off a box set around the Ash Wastelands versus the Orlocks. It looks like. So no, not just yet. It is cool terrain. I'll give them that much. I like it a lot. I did like the blast templates. Shout out to the blast templates. I do miss those from fantasy battles. And I think more importantly, yeah, I really like the 3D dimensional kind of like playing around levels, which is always what Necromunda brought to the table anyway. You had those multiple levels of play area and, even being able to fall off and stuff. I do like it. I do like it a lot. Is it true Gloomspite gets to the best army? Yes, I can't deny that claim. Like, it's just absolutely the best army. I hope other gangs get vehicles. Yeah, I think that would be important, or at least insect creatures. I think more creatures. Matt, you haven't missed a lot. You've got it's just Necromunda at the moment. So I imagine the next reveal is not far off. All right. Just keeping an eye out. I think we're not far off the next reveal.
I'm very excited for this one, and the team in the Warhammer Studios have been working.
All right, I'm just going to shut up.
Stellar job. The art in the book is amazing. The rules look really, really fun. The miniatures are great. I'm going to be well excited.
Yeah, I think anyone who's been into Necromunda since like Confrontation days, I was looking over White Dwarf 130, which has some of the original Confrontation background, some of which still exists in the Necromunda rulebook and the background sections. A lot of that has been preserved, updated, represented, and contextualized in what we understand Necromunda to be now. So I think seeing that explored, going outside of the hides, I'm really excited for anyone interested in Necromunda.
And just once more for clarity, to answer a question somebody had, if you already play Necromunda and you have any of the existing gangs, they're going to be able to find a place within the Ash Waste as well.
There you go. So it's all portable for you Necromunda people. So you can bring your old Necromunda into new Necromunda.
Right.
Happy days.
Pretty cool, but I think it's probably time to play our next video.
All right, next one. Let's go.
And there we have the Exiled
What
Dead.
on
latest
earth
full
was
band
that?
for Warhammer
All right.
World's Harrow Deep. Wade,
What on earth was that? That was like Frankenstein, undead, kind of vampirates, kind of not. What the heck? What is that? All right. What do you all think? Triple Herb saying boo. Zombies. Yeah, I like them, although it might take you a fair while to get your 60 zombie block through this. Kind of cool. Very. I'm not sure. It does feel like a bit like Frankenstein's monster. Some. Yeah, interesting. Okay. I don't know. I don't know if I like this. Like, it's kind of cool, but yeah, I think Red, you've kind of nailed it there. It's like Fabius Bile meets AOS. Like it's I don't know. This kind of feels like I don't want to say like AOS is fantasy because you've got Kharadron Overlords with their steampunk and you've got all spectrums of the the fantastical world, but this kind of feels a bit I don't know, a bit too scientific. Yeah, it was a bit like compared to the Necromunda video, that was a bit of a piss poor video, if you ask me. Yeah, Frankenstein Zombies is probably the best. Cities of Sigma meets Feck. I don't see that. Needs more lighting. Yeah, that was a bit dark and grim, and I don't know. I think and yes, actually, Friggy, it's probably a really good call. That leader doesn't feel AOS-y to me. I mean, which is kind of cool. Like it gives you an alternative sculpt, but that does feel definitely like Gene Stealer 40k vibes. I could see them kit bashing from us as opposed to them. But hey, does anyone like this? Like, I'm not digging it. Like, you do you. It's certainly not for me. And like this model here just feels like it was pulled out of the Curse City box. I've just like gone yoink, pop it in the box. But hey, ultimately, more Soul Blight the better. Personally, probably not nearly as cool as like the last reveal, which was the Buccaneers, the ogre Buccaneers with the monkey and all of the great animals. But yeah, I think it's all right. It could be used as like an alternative necromancer and a couple of zombies. Yeah, I'm not really sure how I feel on this one. Like, I don't think I'd buy it. I mean, yeah, the Skelly Shield is kind of cool. I think the wizard stuff's kind of cool. Zombie bagpipes. Who's got the bagpipe? Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not feeling this one. Yes, Pox bring the Pox Walker proxies. That would probably feel just like it would go really well. The low key zombies with the Tesla coil. Yeah, maybe Elon sponsored this warband. Maybe that's how they got this through. Yeah, it could be a nice way to kind of add some alternative sculpts to your zombies. What else do you all think? It looks like there's mixed feelings on this one. I think you do you. I'm not here to shame you. I think for me, it's not my style. I think the zombie with the juiced up arm is a bit weird. I don't like the clip. Like, I don't like all those things hanging out of them. Walmart Fabius. Wish Fabius. Yeah, okay. All right. I don't know. I think for me, like, I really like the quirkiness of Underworlds. I guess which this is quirky and different, and I'll give them credit for exploring an alternate design. And if you like it, awesome, buy it. If you don't like it, it's not a big impact to your army list. Seems like it's got like a bit of a mixed bag here. Some people really like it. Some people really hate it. It's just a bit of a mixture. I think probably what Chewin said as well. I mean, I think it would definitely stick out like dog's balls in your army compared to everything else. Like it just looks very different. All right, we might be going to another reveal.
All
right,
let's have a look at this.
Let's rock.
Before the Emperor's light, our noble lords fought for the glory of mankind. On mighty iron steeds, they held back the darkness with fire and sword. And now those dark times have returned. Heresy shrouds our Imperium. And so our knights march to war once again. Ride forth, my lord. Ride forth into glory. And strike chaos from this realm.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, folks. Is that Chaos
Well, that was pretty cool.
Knights?
Watching the chat,
They Chaos Knights.
is an
So
absolute delight.
we obviously still 40k. They have had a big range of Titans and Mega Gargan equivalents. And we kind of got an assumption off last night's preview image, which was like one day to go. And it was a big shield, like very medieval kind of shield, which got me thinking it was the Knights. They weren't bringing back Bretonia. But probably what's going to surprise most people was that these are Knights Abominant. So they are not Grey Knights. Look at me struggling trying to pretend I know 40k. But this is 40k Knights. So a whole completely different faction, or maybe an attachment. But what do you all think? What do we got? Let's go to this. So we like the Chaos Knights. A lot of people screaming Chaos Knights. Did we expect Chaos Knights, or were we thinking it was going to be more of the was it the Grey Knights? The more, I mean, I dig the bird. I think we've seen a lot of birds, and people were kind of assuming it was like Cruel Boys or ogres getting updates. Sorry, folks. Looks like the vultures are now reserved for the Chaos Knights. Chaos Knights, people like them. Will they have monstrous actions? Yeah, good. I don't know how they interact, but I do like the corruption, the tree, the roots kind of coming out, the birds, the chains, that really interesting arm. I don't know how size of them as well. Like, are they big? Are they medium? Was there two versions we saw? I think it was a smaller version, right? Looks like people are excited about new kits, and people weren't expecting Chaos Knights. So that one must be a big one. Then there was a small. Is that a small one?
New war dogs to accompany Chaos Knights on their rampages. This
War,
is the carnivore.
war dogs.
Carnivore with a K. Got to love that. And this is a obviously close combat tooled up war dog. So war dogs are the chaotic equivalent of armigers, the smaller men at arms to the Imperial Knights nobility. And this one tooled up for close combat, festooned with extra spikes, skull trophies, and proper stabby, gribbly bits. So you can change up some of the silhouettes of some of the forces in your existing Chaos Knights collections. Those who've been collecting fallen households. Some people have got maybe kind of renegade knights, knights who have maybe renounced their vows, crossed out their heraldry.
I'm no 40k fan, but these are kind of cool. I must admit, they are pretty cool.
Along the
and I think corrupted Chaos Knights probably would be much more appealing to me than the clean Grey Knights.
Chaos, and they get spikes growing out of their shoulders.
I wonder if they can be marked with any like corn, Slanesh, demons.
Of course, to accompany new models, new book, and both Imperial Knight collectors and
so
Chaos Knight collectors have a reason to rejoice, for 2 new codexes are on their way. One for the forces loyal to the Golden Throne.
Okay, so does that mean that you'll get upgrade sprues, or how do you like?
Absolutely. So
they only showed a couple of Chaos Knights.
Imperial Knights from the beginning of that video gets satisfaction from the sight of the upcoming Codex Imperial Knights.
All right, so Imperial Knights get the Codex update, and Chaos Knights get new models. So no new models for the Imperial Knights. Everything for the Chaos Knights. Okay. I guess the question I don't have context to is there enough models in the Chaos Knight faction to get them to run an army, or does it require you to, is it a detachment for your Chaos Space Marines? Again, I'm struggling. I don't play 40k, but right, we've got a Chaos Knights box set coming.
Will be an army set for the Chaos Knights. So the first place to get hold of the Codex and the Knight Abominant and the War Dog Carnivore is going to be the Chaos Knights army set. But all of the contents will be released separately after, as is the way with the army sets. You still working through your Black Templars army set?
Yes. So progress was somewhat
All
delayed.
right, there we go. There we go. So what do we think? We like it. I think it sounds like a lot of people in the chat like the idea. I think some people are really excited about it, and anyone like me just thinks it's cool, but probably not going to get us to start a Chaos Knight or a Imperial Knight army straight out of Camry. Yeah, I think it was a Vince Russo swerve there. Everyone was thinking it was just going to be Imperial Knights, and we saw Chaos Knights. So how are we tracking? Let's have a look. We haven't seen any AOS yet. So if we go to the bingo sheet, we haven't really crossed anything off yet. We kind of got an Underworld's Warband. We did get to see that. But other than that, we haven't. Oh, you could almost cross off Vampirates. A bit of a stretch there. We kind of saw Vampire, Zombie, Underworld, or even Vampire. So I'm not going to cross it off just yet. But thinking of them like, yeah, SOB, they're very much like Suns. You just have a couple of models, and if you just want to have a full army, I guess if you have a detachment, then insert your knowledge there. Who knows how much they kind of cost? I certainly don't know, but I would imagine would not be cheap, especially if you only need a couple of them. All right, so
Transfer sheet.
Wade just mentioned that in that box, in that Chaos Knight box, you get one of the big boys and then two of the War Dog small boys. So that's what is in that box. No, there's been no AOS other than the Underworld's Warband. So we haven't actually seen anything AOS yet. We've seen Necromunda. If you're just joining us live, you've seen Necromunda, we've seen 40k, and we've seen Underworld. So we saw a zombie Underworld, Frankenstein-y type Underworld's Warband. So no. All right. All right. I think we're going into the next video. Blood Bowl. Norska. Has to be Norska. All right, so we got Ukrainian Blood Bowl. Is that what we had? That was kind of cool. All right. They're taking a break. So we just saw some Norska. So they just like YOLO'd and dropped off. I don't know what they're doing. Maybe they're getting a cup of tea and a biscuit. I loved that pig. That pig was adorable. I'm going to see if Warcom's updated just yet. But those, the piggies were absolutely adorable. I would like some piggies in my army. Nothing up yet on Warcom. Otherwise, I'd go back and have a look at the Blood Bowl. So I'm just having a look to see if there was anything. What else did you think? More conversions. Let's go. Yep, I love the pigs. I do love Blood Bowl. It's certainly my side game when I'm not playing AOS. I think It's very nicely contained. It's cheap. A lot of fun, especially on computer. It's even better. But no, it's definitely Norska. It's not Kislev. That was not Kislev. That was definitely Norska. Oh, they're back. Looks like I'm starting Blood Bowl. All right, they're back. Good news. Cool. Norska. Yep. Not disappointed that they're purple and gold. I don't know what that reference is. Blood Bowl is so goofy. Yeah, that's probably why I love it. The Wolfen proxy was very cool. There we go. We know it's Norska now.
And I remember back in the day, back in the old days, in the 90s, when the Norse team
Bring it up.
essentially was a human team, and they all had armor 7, and they all had block, and there wasn't really too much about them. And they've evolved, they've grown, and they've got some fan favorites still. They've got the Valkyrie, they've got the Ulfrierna, they've got beer balls.
So
now.
good.
Yeah, there's a bit of my brain that's already thinking Fenrisian, somebody failed the test of Morkai and went native. There's an awful lot of conversion potential in these models.
Yeah, there is a lot of conversion potential. Bring in some Space Wolf parts, use them in your Space Wolf,
positional player,
kit bash them into new Marauders. They could be. This could be a Marauder unit. This would actually look quite cool as a Marauder unit, actually. They might be on bigger bases though, unfortunately, but that could be a really cool alternative if you drop the weapon options. But I dig that. What do you all think? Pigs are cute. Tyrion to close off the show. That's very unlikely, but I'll cross my fingers and toes for you, Matt. Pigs best molds for 2022. I think all of you've had crab, you've had monkey with knife, you've got pig. I think Games Workshop should do less big models like Kronus and Karazai and just more little familiars like pig, monkey with knife. More of these fish. Disappointed with the 40k reveal. Yeah, I think it's obviously hit and miss, right? I think the idea of Chaos Knights is cool. Yeah, I definitely want to use the pig somehow in my AOS. Maybe it's going to be my display board for Armies on Parade. That would be kind of cool. The best pig. Maybe it's going to run right with my Frigga General on Griffin. Sad that they have helmets. Maybe there's an alternative head. Usually they come with some spare bits. But yeah, the helmet's a bit sad. Chaos Knight's pretty badass. Yeah, I did get the real dwarven vibes as well. Oh, no, there you go. You got one piggy without a helmet there. So you've got a couple of different options, which is kind of cool. Gives you an idea of Squig. Yeah, I like it. You can have Squigs and kegs, and I like it. 40K's in your jam. Yeah, so we haven't had Horus Heresy, and we haven't had AOS. So I'm imagining it's going to be AOS, and then they'll end it on Horus Heresy. And I need to watch myself very carefully with AOS because I might know what it is. So I'll be shutting up and I won't be adding any more context to what I see if it is what I think it's going to be. But if it is, it's kind of cool. I do like the right. Okay, that's a Minnesota Vikings reference. I'm with you there. Cool. Look at me. Is that Chataka? It could be that could be another version of Chataka in Blood Bowl. Right, let me just see how they're tracking.
Human or halfling player.
All right. Not just yet. New Skaven War Machine coming up. Possibly. What do we think AOS reveal is going to be, folks? Pop it in the chat right now. What do we think AOS is going to reveal? Quick before they start talking and show us it.
We have toured through. We've been through the grim darkness of the.
All right, Piggies of Sigma.
We visited the underworld. We've seen
some
Blood Bowl. It's probably
some explosion pigs. Yeah, I think that's.
This is the era of the beast. Thondia, the greatest of Gur's plains, has changed. The god of earthquakes walks the realm, and the very ground lashes out at those who dare settle it. Not all is lost. Dawnbringer crusades strike out farther with each passing day, bringing Sigmar's order to these untamed lands. Every step yields new and terrible dangers. Tremors shake the earth, and monsters tear down cities. Amidst it all, something stirs in the mountains of the Grumdy spine. The realm stone is alive. warped by arcane power, and it
Check this
stalks
out.
the mountains with primal fury. Gur has awoken, and it does not want us here.
No, it's not terrain. That is indeed not terrain. So I need to watch myself very carefully, folks, because I know exactly what this all is. So I might actually boost their voice up a little.
In Gur recently. Gur, the realm of beasts. We're in the era of the beast in the 3rd edition of Warhammer Age of Sigmar. Right now, right at this moment in time. But Thondia is one of the more settled parts of Gur. Everything within Gur is trying to eat everything.
So Thondia is a region in Gur. So if you look at the map of Gur,
established, which allows the building of civilizations such as the great city of Excelsis, and also the establishment of Thondian strong points. So we're going to be seeing a bit more of an exploration of the realm of beasts, and particularly Thondia itself, and a look at establishing outposts in the realm of beasts in the era of the beast. So this Thondian Strongpoint is a new scenery kit. I'm a big fan of this one.
Yeah, so this set includes a number
this
of
is very
awesome
cool
terrain
actually,
pieces
because
for you
I
to use
was
in your game.
yeah, this is very
Frankly,
cool.
whenever I look at these things, all I can think of at first is how much better my cabinet is going to look because I put models on them. But here we have the cleansing aquilith, which
I was literally there to pull a trigger for my
on.
display board
It's
and buy the
a structure
Lumineth
typically built within
shrine.
Sigmarite strong
That
points.
this is kind of cool. So
and
it's got like
something
the
that's called safe
Diaz
drinking
at the
water,
top,
but also
and
slowly
some
cleanses the area around it of the evil magics and things that have seeped into the land.
It's a very cool terrain piece.
Unless you were to paint that as blood,
Make it like a
convert
river
into-
of blood.
Yeah,
just,
could do that.
Andy, I wish I could say more. I truly wish I could say more.
So, yep, and then we have the Megadroth remains.
This, I think, is going to work its way into quite a few collections and quite a few cabinet shelves, as you say. I know Raph was sizing it up and trying to work out, how do you get that into an Adeptus Titanic?
What is it?
Maybe
At
the
the
skulls
moment,
giant
we've seen
printed
it's a
around it.
box
Drummer
set
away the
of
skulls.
stuff.
Yes.
So you've got a box of terrain. It had a model that could be an endless spell. It could be a model. It could be a terrain piece. Some spinny looking thing. And we've also got some terrain. There you go. There's the spinny thing. I might let them talk because
Gameplay point of view, the Kronstein Incarnate of Gur.
the
What's the logo
Kronstein
for these?
So this is the kind of
Incarnate.
animated magic of Gur here to let you know it's not very happy with you being here, actually. I think all of the excitement and the attention in the realm of beasts, the wakening up of Kragnos, the siege of Excelsis towards the end of the Broken Realm storyline has angered Gur, and Gur has taken form in this incarnate form. So this is a kind of elemental type creature that can be used in any armies in Warhammer Age of Sigmar, and this is indicative of the sort of exploration of
Right, so it can be used in
Thondia that we're gonna be seeing
army in
this
Age of
season
Sigmar.
book. And that is an absolutely huge creature. I'm sure people who work in that into all sorts of conversions and ideas as well. Stunning artwork behind it as well.
And of course, all this is tied together with a Season of War book. And that is Thondia. What can we expect in this, Wade?
So there's, as I say, more exploration of the realm. Thondia itself picking up in the aftermath of the Siege of Excelsis. And all of the
All right, so
excitement
we've got some outcomes from the Siege of Excelsis, which was a part of
one of my favorite
part of the
features
Broken
this
Realms,
is
which was the focus of the last book, which
Anvil
was
of
Kragnos.
Apotheosis, which we first saw in the General's Handbook, maybe the year before last, the last year of the 2nd edition of Warhammer Age of Sigmar, which are rules for creating your own named unique characters.
There you go. So there's going to be.
Themed around Gur, but it's for absolutely.
Are we getting
every
gaslighted?
faction
I'm not
and
sure.
guidelines.
I'm not sure what you
Create
think you've been
characters to add to
gaslighted.
your
It's
army,
certainly.
and you can use them with your opponent's permission. You can use them as part of your Path to Glory armies. And there's
Okay,
extra
so you've got some Path to Glory rules
in the Season of
and
War book as well, and I think people have been seeing
Season of
the
War. So
Crusade
Season of War was a
expansions in Warhammer 40,000
campaign.
and thinking I'd really like to see some more of that in my Warhammer Age of Sigmar games, and that's what you're going to see more of in this Season of War book and future publications.
So I've read this already. Just
Yeah, and here is an awesome.
It's cool.
shot of just how
It's cool.
Cool it can all look. I think one of the things that's very nice about this is if you've been enjoying sort of the.
Matt, I don't know because actually the Season of
This
War
is,
was a
a
campaign.
great opportunity.
So for anyone who doesn't know, the Season of War was so actually back in 2016 there was a Season of War, which was a global narrative campaign, which all led to what eventually became Firestorm, which was a supplement game, which then became eventually the Cities of Sigmar. So
Of course, it's not all Thondia, although it is a lot of Thondia. It's fair to say this is Ulrak the Drowner.
What is this?
A new model approaching for the Nighthaunt army. What on earth is Ulrak
What
the
is
Drowner,
this?
Wade?
Well,
Where'd this
In
come
life,
from?
He was a drowner. So in death, he's named Ulrak the Drowner. This is the spirit of a ferryman who took money from people to transport them across waterways, as is the way of a ferryman, but he drowned them rather than, did what he was paid to do. And Nagash admires that sort of enterprising spirit. See what I did there? But has cursed him to carry the souls of the
How many
drowned
wounds
around
does he
places.
have? Does he have
Nagash
10 or
needs his
more?
Night Haunt spirits taking. So we've already announced that Battletome Night Haunt is on its way, whispered away on ethereal wings, and we see that the Arena of Shades battle box is going to be introducing the Craven Throne Guard.
I wonder if he hits on
Scriptor
fours and
Mortis,
wounds on
as we talked
fours.
about on Warhammer Community recently. This is another new Night Haunt character that will feature in that Battletome Night Haunt book.
More than 10 wounds.
My
Come
favorite
on.
little feature. I was doing
Come
some
on.
digging
More
into
than
what
10
this
wounds.
is all about.
All right.
It says
So what do
these
you all
spirits
think?
talking about
Bring us down a little bit. I'm surprised. I actually didn't expect this one. I didn't know where this model came from, but it is very cool. Hopefully it's got 12 wounds. You guys certainly need something that has greater than like 5 wounds outside of Alinda. Yeah, very cool. Yeah, that profile was doo-doo. Yeah, I agree. I'm hoping when I get an access to the Nighthaunt book, I'll see that there is some buffs with across synergy heroes or allegiance or sub-allegiance abilities that make those crossbows a bit better. But I'm surprised. I didn't see this one coming. I'll be honest. It's a very cool model. I like the. It kind of reminds me they've really expanded Lachlan, the Underworlds kind of, not Underworlds, the Endless Spell. They've really supercharged that. Kind of cool, actually. Very cool, actually. They've got the Cruel Gas kind of that cage at the back. It looks like it might be tied actually against the boat. I like it. Yeah, I like it. Well, what do you all think? Beware the Mariner. 1 wound, special chain roll. Oh, yeah, hopefully it's a lot more than that. Yeah, it's a cool model. Actually, I dig that a lot. New Nighthaunt character. I think the question is like, surely it's going to have more than 10 wounds. Surely this is like, I don't know, the Black Coach as a hero and give you something a bit more. Maybe it's not a hero. Maybe it's not even a hero. Poor old Nighthaunt. Yo. All right, so yeah, we've seen the Thondia book, which is going to be a Season of War. So if it's following the Season of War, it means it's a campaign book because 2016 was the first Season of War. So who knows what else is in there? We've seen some cool things. All right, Wade's looking at us. He might be going to talk to us about something, which would be Horus Heresy last.
If you are just joining us, I've seen a few people arriving. So far, we have shown.
So we've seen everything except Horus Heresy now. So people liking the model is very cool. It sounds like you all are disappointed mostly by the Seasons of War. The Thondia Seasons of War, which is a book of some description. It's going to talk about the campaign around Thondia, which is a part of the realm of Gur. It's going to come with some terrain pieces and some model of some description, some spell-looking kit. Again, I have to be very careful of what I say at this point. Oh, here we go. This will be Horus Heresy.
I never wanted this. I never wanted to unleash my legions. Together we banished the ignorance of old night. But you betrayed me. You betrayed us all. You stole power from the gods and lied to your sons. Mankind has only one chance to prosper. If you will not seize it, then I will! So let it be war. From the skies of terror to the galactic rim. Let the seas boil. Let the stars fall. Though it takes the last drop of my blood, I will see the galaxy freed once more. And if I cannot save it from your failure, Father, then let the galaxy burn.
So as anticipated, it is probably the new big box game for the June, July release date. So
Very cool. We've seen that
very
to
cool,
Oxford.
very cool. And as many of you called out, no, not Matt, Total War,
So,
Horus Heresy.
where do we
I don't
begin?
think they'd be
An
announcing it
incredible,
here. I think we did
cinematic
see the
trailer
budget
for the
go
Horus
towards
Heresy,
Horus Heresy and the big
showing
release
some
there.
sense of the
But
scale of the
I think that was very
product.
cool as someone who
Right.
followed
Which
40K from
Well, I
like
think
the
as
90s,
the War Master pointed out,
seeing those little
it was the Emperor's
old beak,
Somebody
weird
in the chat said,
shoulder pad
I
marines.
never
I don't know what they're
thought
called,
anyone
but
wanted to reach my Legion
it's kind of
Commander.
cool.
That was a lie.
I will not be getting into Horus Heresy though,
There's
especially
not enough
if it is
questions
based
in that
on
chat.
Forge World, buying out models from Forge World.
Sorry. Oh, and there is a logo.
All right, we'll
There you
keep
go.
an eye
That
out.
was,
Oh, we got a new
changed.
logo. Hooray.
I
We have a new
precisely.
logo.
So,
Very cool.
the Horus
Very
Heresy
cool. Didn't actually show us any models
coming
yet, so I can only
this
imagine
year.
there'll be some
Gonna be awesome.
maybe big
If
release
you are
on
Horus Heresy,
Warhammer Open Day,
if you're not familiar with
which I
Horus
believe is
Heresy, as it
June,
exists
May,
now,
June.
um,
So a
we've
good
had
solid
some
preview into
scale.
what Horus Heresy is going to be about.
Really hard.
Very cool production.
I think we'll have a little
What this all means, I don't
in a
really know. I don't play
glimpse of
40K. I
what
don't
will
play
be coming
30K.
in that box.
It does kind of feel very cool.
So
Oh, we got a model. We got
as the chat
MK
rightly,
6, no,
surmised,
11.
Mark 6 Space Marines.
There we go, Mark
greatest of
6.
all
I was right the
armor
first
marks,
time.
in my humble opinion.
It's a fine armor, Mark.
It is glorious. So plastic Mark 6
Right.
Space Marines are
There you
gonna
go,
be a
plastic
thing,
plastic
with a lot of
Mark 6
bayonets,
Space Marines. I
beaks,
assume
everything.
Yeah, the detail, the poses.
the previous ones were
It's
metal.
really great, isn't it?
It's absolutely stunning. So yeah, this is but one of a lot of exciting models. I think people in the chat still trying to work out: is this a video game? Is this a movie? What's going on here? This is
Good
the
question.
announcement of Warhammer: The Horus Heresy, the next step in the Horus Heresy miniatures game. People might be familiar with. I think to differentiate it from the Horus Heresy, the Black Library novel series, which has the same name. So this is the miniatures game that a lot of people
Okay.
know and love.
So the Horus Heresy is 30K, right? This is previous. So rumors saying that's a plastic box. So maybe 30K Horus Heresy, the last edition, sold quite well from Forge World, which is why they're now going to plastic. And they've mentioned this is a Praetor. So it sounds like they're going to plastic. So it must be doing well. And it sounds like they're obviously going to be investing in that. So Mark 6, Corvus, the Beaky, yeah. They were resin. Okay, so they were resin models, but now it sounds like the model will be plastic, which is kind of cool. I imagine you will appreciate that. I'm just bringing up the Warcom articles, folks, because we do now. I'm just going to take over the screen for a sec. Whoops. Yep. All right, move that to that. Let's go big. So we've actually now got the kits. So I might just.
I'm reliably assured that is still a fact.
I assume you all don't really care about what they're going to wrap up with. I'll just quiet them down a little bit. Let's actually go back to this article. So we can now see here is our boatman. Boatman, zoom in a little. So by the way, it's now up on Warhammer Community. So if you want to see, let's make this bigger screen for you guys to see. But if you want to check this out in greater detail, we can now see our new Nighthaunt model on Warhammer Community. Again, really like these, the Shaiish purple flowers. I like the boat. Are they just replaying the video? All right, let's go back to Age of Sigmar. You're here to talk Age of Sigmar. So What do you got? Have you got a 3D view of this? So sometimes I'll have like the 360 view of the model as well. Although maybe I'll stop doing that because we've seen people rip that model off and then make it 3D printable. So maybe they'll stop doing that from now on, because I already saw the Nighthaunt Hero is available via 3D printing. What do you got there? People like cool. Yeah, 30 Horus Heresy like a cash cow. Yep, cool. All right, so we all like Horus Heresy. All right, cool model. No extra details. I imagine we'll find out more when the Nighthaunt battle time's a little closer. And the Realm of Life, what they told us. So it talks about the Siege of Excelsius. If you want to see that video, the video is back. Cool art. Okay, here we go. So here is this endless spell model. We know it's an incarnate, and we know that it is available to everybody. So this is not specific to one particular faction. How it gets on the table, I don't know. We don't know yet. We just know that this is a part of the terrain kit as well. So does this fight? Does this do anything against endless spells? Does this do anything objectives? No idea just yet. Is it free? Does it cost points? No idea just yet. But it's telling us that it is bound to a hero in your army. And if you're playing in Gur, you can summon one. So... and much like endless spells, if you summon it and you're bonded champions, it sounds like anyone who's played Nighthaunt, you bond yourself to an endless spell. You soul bond it, and if it dies, it means it goes Hulkamania and goes wild. So that's what we know about this particular kit. I think it was in a box only, so we haven't seen if it's an individual or you need to buy that full terrain kit for it. What else do you get? You're going to get yourself terrain. So you get yourself the same terrain that was in Dominion, but then there's some also new pieces. So that's Dominion, that's Dominion, that's Dominion, or the Extremis, sorry. I think it was Extremis, the mini game that came. It wasn't quite as big as Dominion, but it was that second tier. And you've got this new not Lumineth terrain piece as well as some stuff. So kind of cool. Yeah, it kind of looks like the Shrine Luminator. Literally going to pull the trigger on it this week. I'm glad I didn't. But overall, very cool indeed. What else? What have you got to say? To wrap things up, did I get one? No, I don't have one. I don't have this at all. So, it says it's part spell, part unit. Okay, so there you go. So you summon it as an incarnate. So maybe it's got a war scroll and it does things. Maybe it attacks, maybe it doesn't. I guess they haven't revealed just yet to us. Hey, Jeremy. Well, it's really cool. I hope it doesn't create a third category along with endless spells and incarnate. Yeah, very good question. Is it going to be an endless spell? Is it going to be a unit? Or is it an additional subset? And will they expand upon it outside of this one particular incarnate? So question mark as well. There was a trailer for the Boaty Boys that just didn't play. Yeah, poor old they're just doing a wrap up. Cool, we're not missing anything. So they've kind of showed us everything. What do you all think? Let me know. I'd be curious to hear from you what you thought. I think the terrain piece is cool. If you are someone who stayed up till 2 o'clock in the morning, I can appreciate you probably feel a little bit disappointed. I'm sure you were hoping that it was going to be the next Battle Tomes, or if nothing more, the General's Handbook 2023 and seeing 2022 and seeing what the GBH is going to be in the battle pack, and that's coming. So maybe there's another preview in preparation for that. Probably my highlight, like Dylan, is going to be those beer pigs. Those pigs from Blood Bowl were pretty sweet. Although those insect creatures as well from Necromunda were kind of cool as well. Matt thinks it'll be summoned similar to an endless spell, but it'll have freedom to move around the table. Maybe it'll fight in combat like a normal unit. So, yeah. I know, but I can't say anything. I cannot say anything. I will not say anything. I know exactly how this thing works. Because I read it this morning. I like the terrain, but save it for possible laters. Yeah, who knows? Look, I think if they're going to do Skaven, they're going to do it big bang. They need a whole bunch of models rewritten. So Let's do it right. I think the key for me, the big pigs of the Twister. So Khorne, no magic armies aren't using it. Well, we don't know how it's summoned. It could be a prayer. It could just be a points allocation. Maybe it's like a retinue where you pay X amount of points for it. It's summoned with a command point, maybe, and it's then bound to a particular hero. Maybe it doesn't require you. Maybe it's a heroic action. Who knows? Who knows? Well, I know, but you don't. And I'm not leading you into anything. So very cool. Yeah, no Middle Earth. I'm surprised there was no actual Middle Earth. I don't quite know why. Jerome, if you missed everything or you want to go back, as you can see here now, Warhammer Community has all of the articles up, so you can kind of check things out individually and look at each of the pieces so you can catch up. What else? Necromunda looks great. Thanks everyone for tuning in, by the way. I'm sure you're wrapping up. I'm probably going to wrap up in a minute just because I need to go back to work. Khorne indeed got 0. Other than maybe what this Realm of Beast thing is going to be. So I think you'd be curious to see, is there any battle packs attached to this? Is this just a bunch of rules like Broken Realms introduced? Broken Realms kind of updated a bunch of factions. Will there be War Scroll changes? Will there be points adjustments? Will this be a battle pack? Will this be just be narrative? Will this be stories and an extension of what happened after the Siege of Excelsius? I guess we will find out when it is released. So I guess to your point, Skulls of Sigmar, yes, by the looks of it, at least temporarily, we're going to remain in Gur. I think a lot of you were hoping that we would jump to a new realm. Maybe, I know for myself, I thought maybe we would move to the Realm of Life, given Nurgle's back up. Maybe if Sylvaneth gets the new book, it could lead to some Gairan type action. But no, it does feel like we are going to stay in the Realm of Gur, which means, does it mean we keep Hunters of the Heartland? Is there going to be a new battle pack, or are we just going to have the exact same battle pack that we've been playing in currently, with the same missions? And will we have Hunters and Alpha Beast pack and Metamorphosis and Predator and Prey? I guess we're going to find out over the next couple of months leading into the GHB 2022. Cool. There was a teaser for the when we're talking, there was a teaser for the Chaos Space Marines, but I imagine it was just more of a teaser as opposed to actually showing us anything. They would have had it as a feature. They say it's bound to a hero, so points cost, but it's likely that a hero can only summon it, implies not necessarily a wizard. Yes, very true. They didn't actually tell us exactly how you put it on the table, considering some factions don't have a wizard. Maybe, as I said, it could be a heroic action. Who knows yet how we're going to get it. But thank you all for joining the stream. I will be wrapping things up in a minute. If you enjoyed it, I don't know, like, subscribe, do all those YouTubey things. But I think it was interesting. In 2 parts, I would have hoped to have seen the new battle tomes, but we don't get everything we want. But I'm very curious on seeing what this Thedonian is all about. And what does it all mean? And how does the story progress? Will we see new monsters? Will we see other things? What changes in the battle pack? Because General's Handbook will come out in a couple of months. So looks like we might be sitting in Gur. Thanks, everybody. Thank you to all the patrons. Literally, thank you, Matt, who just became a YouTube member. I was literally about to thank everybody, and Matt comes in and joins. I'm being told binding to a hero isn't a normal thing, so it's probably like a prayer. It could be like a retinue. So you saw things like Fire Slayers, for example. You can get a unit or a Doomseeker can tie themselves to a hero, and it's a retinue. And there's a whole bunch of things that are tied up between those 2 units. So maybe it's like a retinue. Yes, indeed, Kharadron Overlords are getting the new next White Dwarf update. So there you go. You got your update coming. Much appreciated, everyone who joined and stayed. I have to go to work now and pretend to do things. I'm now just really going to be thinking about these new potential realm things and what this is all going to impact us. But I'm sure once we get more information in Games Workshop, if they're kind enough to keep sending me things, you will see this stuff here first on the channel, and I will unpack whatever's coming our way, including this weird summony thing. And when I'm allowed to talk about it, you'll know. Thanks, everyone. See you all around, and you'll see me at my event if you happen to live in Sydney and you come here. I don't know. All right. See you all. I'm going. And apologies again for the technology fail earlier. All right. Peace out.